they were going to do on that map and weren't looking comfortable with the roster, but DRX is DRX, and they don't lose in group stage.
Yeah.
But this still gives us two really exciting teams into playoffs, and EG, who is yet to drop a map at Masters Tokyo, and a DRX who, it's the question of, can they recover? Can they look like the DRX we've had at global events in the past, or is this shaky self the new them?
I mean, the craziest things is that even though the group stage for us, it was such high level of Valorant and a lot of great narratives, things are about to get harder because the 4 best teams, the #1 seeds, plus of course Fnatic, who were the 2nd seed coming out of EU, they haven't even played yet, and we got this group draw. Baller, we're finally gonna get to see some of these crazy games, and for me, we gotta talk about Fnatic versus NRG. We got here at last.
Upgrade from Lock incoming. Do they even need an upgrade?
Yeah, and also in that bracket, we have TL versus EDG, and you heard after EDG qualified, the players were talking about the team we want to play is Liquid. Kung wants to have a matchup, or it was Chichu actually, wants to have a matchup against Nats in that game, so that one should also be insane. Fnatic as well, not coming in as the 1st seed like you mentioned, which I think adds another pressure and another bit of excitement to that opening match for them.
I think we lean into the memes of Paper X DRX. We gotta lean into it once a year at an international tournament, 2021, 22, now 2023. They got to face each other. Yeah, but let's take a look at the social media reactions from the players and coaches themselves. We'll start with Fnatic versus NRG. They have never faced each other before. Chet and Mini have never stood on that stage against each other, which I think is crazy. As you guys can see, for those of you that don't know the back of lock-in, Bala, you know, Boasted went on the rampage of tweeting that every team he was going to go up against is expected to win this event, and he cursed every single one.
I don't know what it was for Fnatic at Lock-in. Was it the power of Boaster's tweets, or was it the power of the bandana? I really don't know.
He doesn't have the bandana anymore.
He lost with it.
Now?
He lost with it too. Yeah,
it's cursed at this point. But for Chet as well, just immediately countering with a curse of his own. Who knows? Who's more powerful?
It's the prep diff, I think, prep diff. But let's take a look at EG as well. We have some reactions from Ethan and Demon One. Mimi, what do you make of this? Oh no, we don't have Demon One either. We have DRX. Excuse me, DRX versus Paper X.
Probably pretty much the same reaction from them as well. Like, come on, guys. Again, they've played this match so many times.
You know what's so silly about it, though? In the last 3 games that they've played, they're going to be different rosters every single time.
Yeah.
You have no idea. It's ridiculous, because something probably isn't going to be able to make it for the first game tomorrow between them.
Yeah, and as we move on to the next reaction, I believe we have the EDG one, which apparently I think they were too busy gaming and too busy just being Giga Chat here. They didn't actually really react to it. But maybe we do have some an emoji from that.
An emoji?
Yeah.
He loves hashtags more than any other player I've ever seen. Like, every one of his tweets has like 3 times the hashtags as the actual content.
It works. Look,
it works.
85K views. Better than EDG.
Doing numbers.
I mean,
I just got to get on the hashtag. He's only got 40K.
We're gonna roll it back about to Demon One and Ethan as well, because we didn't get to show you guys that. But I love how Demon One just completely ignored Loud
that's
and
so
tweeted,
funny.
"Let's meet in the finals, Toko."
He doesn't even care about Ospas. That's crazy.
He's already proved himself for Ospas in that battle so many times. Yeah, it's funny though, because Demon One is that guy. He just literally goes at the opposing best players in the world, right? Doesn't care where he's at in that hierarchy, doesn't care about anybody but that might be below him. He just like, that's my target. Durka, you're next. I'm going for it.
Yeah, we're gonna head to a break here, but when we come back, we're gonna dive into our first match of the day, which is Loud versus EG.
れてる喉から出る手追われてる脳が鍛れてる右脳で吐き溜めてる向こうから来るハートに溺れる内向囚われの向こう途方もない壮大なるビッグボールいけるかどうか頭口だけを頼りロービーツ浴び三々浴び共感ないないではワクワクタイムスリルマニアからのファン佇まないただならないから傾かない看板見つからない安牌安定させさ10年黙々とリハーサルそう簡単に惜しく知らない始まればあっけがないのっけから切れるまで荒ぶって洗える手ひねり出して手に入れる高ぶらないはずがないが押さえつける平然畳みかける経験時に旗になるつけっけにハサミ入れて万全実行するときはいつも審議体が整っていいポジショニング取りしてるいい拮抗導く方程式緻密な計算式いけると踏んだフリーライダー向こう見つ思わない
It's time to talk about our first match of the day between Loud and EG. You guys, Americas, you know, VCT Americas, you're very, very familiar with this, Mimi. In fact, this is a well-seasoned rematch of a rematch of a rematch.
Yeah, this is the third time since the start of the year that these two teams have played against each other. But the thing is, well, you look at that and you think, oh, Loud's going to be dominating in all of them. And they did win both prior matchups. EG has gotten a map every time, and they've played quite competitive games.
Yeah, I normally, you know, when we start getting this deep into the rematches and whatnot, I'd be like, I'm getting kind of sick of this. But no, I'm not. Loud continuously is one of those teams that you just want to watch no matter who they're playing. And EG is on this miracle run right now. And we're also getting increased stakes every single time we get to see these two teams play.
I mean, this is the thing, though. Loud, for those of you at home that haven't been watching VCT Americas, they were strong at Locking and Baller. They continue to be extremely strong at Americas and are undisputedly one of the best, if not could be the best team in this tournament.
Yeah, 100%. They won that regional tournament. They won America's League. They've still never lost regionally, and continuing forward, I think this team still hasn't really lost in playoffs until grand finals when they make it there. So it's a formidable team, and honestly still should be considered one of the favorites for this tournament.
Yeah, and to recap their year thus far, from changing 2 players, adding to East Cowan scene, and revamping their roster, they go into Lock-in, they make it to the finals, they almost beat Fnatic with a reverse sweep and lose in tragic fashion, but then they turn it around, come to Americas, start dominating, and continue that regional dominance that they had back in Brazil into Americas as well.
And do you expect them to dominate here at the playoff stage, too?
I 100% do. Again, that thing that I said, it's them going through, starting playoffs, almost always getting like berths like this pretty easily into the playoffs too. And you don't really think that Loud is going to change anything. They just come out in really strong form no matter what circumstances they're put in either. They've had moments where they've had, you know, one player off stage playing remotely when Aspas was really inexperienced as well. And they always have at least 2 or 3 players who are just firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this. Loud, they are in the building right now. And Hypog even managed to catch up with their in-game leader, Sadak. Check this out.
Sadak, if I can stop you for just a second. Well, obviously, welcome to Tokyo. Debut game here. How much, I guess, in terms of the international stage, you guys looking to put Lock-in behind you?
Oh, well, last time was a really sad experience. We hope we get even further and make it to first place. But, you know, just grabbing some W's now, focusing on that and hope the best.
Awesome. Well, good luck today, man.
They're definitely going to be shooting for that trophy. But speaking of Sadak, as you guys remember, at the playoff stage, him, Aspas, the Loud team in general, Mimi, they changed things up. We saw the chamber from him, of all people.
Yeah, from the beginning of the group stage and back in Lock-in, Loud has been one of the teams at the forefront of innovating the meta. I think they're really the squad that defined the double controller, Harbor Viper meta that we've seen, and they were so good at it throughout Americas. But when we got into playoffs, when we got Bind and Fracture as well into the pool, they continued to be the team on top of innovation. They're adding new compositions, they're switching, putting on Aspas on the Neon for the first time in the seasons. I think what makes Loud so good isn't just their ability to be the forefront of the meta, but to define it and then continue to add new things.
Yeah, I think the interesting part about like defining this meta for Loud is I expected them to continue to, you know, lean into that Harbor Viper sort of thing, but they also are not doing that. They're adding different things, and I think that speaks to how everybody else is kind of doubting that idea, especially the other regions, Pacific, EMEA, are both regions that say, I don't really want to play the Loud style. And because of that, Loud is kind of shifting things around.
It's not just that, though. The individual brilliance, Bala, as well on this team is kind of insane. They could be even some of the best in slots in their roles. And Les, I feel like, is one of those players that we have to talk about.
Oh, absolutely. And this guy's relatively flexible, but, you know, the Sentinel on this team is insanely good when he plays that Viper, when he plays in lurk roles, when he plays in roles where he's part of the pack, and then also adding the ability to IGL and lead in mid-round. You heard about the America's Grand Finals where the guy is really coming up with some of the early round ideas and allowing this team to have some of those. I mean, when you talk about meta, it's people like him who are able to add things like that because everybody's thinking on their feet.
Yeah, and I think in his current form, Les is the best player in his role right now. Playing on the Sentinel, the Lurker, on the Killjoy, or the Viper normally, he has been incredible on that role. He was the second best or first best statistical player throughout Americas. In playoffs, he got even better. And when it comes to international events, that performance tends to elevate. When you watch him play, you just see such an innate understanding of timings when he's lurking. It feels like he's always finding that perfect gap and coming to his team, finding the call around it to give Loud the advantage. And his mechanics as well are just ridiculously
Some of the best
clean.
crosshair placement out of anybody. I mean, like comparing him directly to Sugetsu, who plays a very similar role to him. He finds success and finds the timings to stay alive for so long that adds so much value in any situation.
I'm so glad you spoke about form, Mimi, because if we're going to talk about form, I feel like EG defined that word right now, Mimi. They didn't drop a single map at the group stage. Do you think that's going to continue going up against an opponent that they haven't taken down yet?
I don't know. I can't really see EG stopping. Their momentum right now is ridiculous. But if there was a team to put it down, it would be Loud, who has done it twice before in Americas. However, their run has been so impressive. After taking a miracle to get here to Tokyo, they showed up in the group stage and just showed perfection. Everything that made them good in Americas, they continued here. There was no new added pressure. It's just perfection from them.
Yeah, when you give them a second lease at life in some of these instances, whether it may be, you know, a coach getting a knife or anything like that, they use that and they run with it. And you could see the moments for them when they qualify for playoffs, for example, right here, it means a lot to them. And they always come out swinging so hard and give us surprises. Remember, they started out playing against NRG, who they just lost to in America's playoffs, beat them, then beat Cloud9, who's one of the teams that everybody's like, yeah, this team's a lot for Tokyo, for sure, after their regular season, which was insane. And they do it in a way that you don't know how far they can go. It's always like that.
It's so difficult not to root for them as well, I feel like, especially if you hear the things that Com was saying to Golden Boy in the post-match interview after they qualified for playoffs. Take a look at this.
Y'all were watching MIBR in your practice room without your fate in your hands, and now you are in full control of your destiny. You're first seed coming out of this group. You're dominating the competition. Brother, I just gotta ask, how does that make you feel?
I mean, you go from devastated to overwhelmingly excited, so I don't even know how to feel right now. Honestly, I feel like breaking down and crying, but on the other hand, you know, I keep control of everything.
Keep it composed.
You know?
Yeah, guys, stay hard for the camera, dude, you know what I'm saying? Of course, man.
I mean, we talk about Cinderella stories in Valorant, and I feel like we have one of these similar to EG every single year. And Mimi, we're all on board this train for a reason.
Yeah, how can you not be? Like you're saying, they're just so likable, right? When they're up there on stage, they're smiling, they're laughing with their teammates. Every single one of these guys is continuing to level up in playing the biggest game of their career, and then the next biggest one right after that. And it doesn't seem like it's getting to them whatsoever. They're still having just as much fun as they were back in Americas.
Yeah, and I think that lovable thing makes it really easy for them to have these positive moments. But one thing about their style that's really nice is they constantly have these ideas where they're going to trap you. They're going to use the tools at their disposal to stop you in your tracks. And if you guess right, if they guess right, which oftentimes is coming off of fantastic reads out of Com's util, then you're going to get punished so hard.
And what they're so good at is having preset stuff, like the one you just saw there, that's a pre-round call, but also making little calls on the fly, using their ultimates to support teammates teammates really quickly. Here, Busio is in a really bad position, anchoring site, but instantly, Calm is ripping his Sova ult to stop players who to swing, to trade out Busio on the site. And he eventually falls, but it puts him in this good position. And again, EG have another idea in the mid-round. They combo the dart, they combo the nade to fast retake into this one, and then use Jojimo's ult to flood. They're so proactive in the mid-round at seeing an opportunity and instantly acting upon it. And you compare that to EG at the beginning of the season, and those protocols and on-the-fly ideas have just improved so much. They're looking like probably the most creative team in Tokyo right now.
And Jogamo in the final moments of that clip, by the way, commend him for that movement on the Raze as well. He is looking like one of the best Razes that have stepped on the stage so far in this tournament, and it's because of moments like that. I'm really excited to watch him go head-to-head against Auspas, especially if we get like a bind or something like that.
Well, you guys heard from Sadak already from Loud. It's time to hear from the other IGL in this matchup. It's Busio on his way here to the arena.
Busio, if I can grab you real quick for a second, man. Insane stuff so far here in Tokyo. Almost playing with house money at this point. What's going to take to stop you guys?
I don't really know. I think I'm just going to drop 40 again and just shed on him. So.
Fair enough. Short and sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. He's been doing it thus far.
He's not lying.
Busio. That dude is so funny. He's just so, I don't know, matter of fact in some of these instances.
This is the thing, though, because like you said, Mimi, they've stepped up so much. They look like a different team compared to the team that we saw in the beginning of the Americas. But how much do you think that they have improved since the last time they faced Loud specifically?
It's interesting. I don't think they've actually massively improved since then. I think some of the players have stepped up individually, but really, I think they were hitting their peak when they played against Loud for the first time. And in that moment, they still weren't able to take them down. But they did beat Loud on their best map on Ascent during that time.
Yeah, they added, I mean, what, there was only 2 teams who had beat them on Ascent at that point, and EG has their name with Fnatic and Optic or NRG's core. It's crazy. I think, for me, when I think about their improvement, I agree with you that it's not necessarily like improvement holistically about the strats or any of the ideas or any of the players really even achieving peak form. I think they constantly find this room where they're in a chemistry mind meld with each other that it's hard to find. And when you get to like the upper bracket final against Loud the last time, that's where you kind of run out of steam. You've achieved your goals. Here, though, I think their goal is going to be to go as far as possible, and there's no more of that qualification area where you run out of motivation.
And I think for EG also, what's defined their improvement is playing to the same style, but just adding new little things. I think that's something about both these teams. Even when they're running the same composition, you'll see them between maps, between matches, coming up with a new idea, a new little thing to add into the mix. And I'm sure a big reason for that is the IGLs of both of these teams, who, on top of calling their squad to great heights, have been playing insane individually.
These two guys I would love to continue to watch almost every single series go head-to-head against. And I really want to see Busio continue to have to duel against an IGL like Sadak, like Finesse, some of those moments, because that's where I think Busio needs to improve a little bit more. He thrives in the chaos more than anything else.
Yeah, he absolutely does. And Sadak, I think, thrives in these big games, on the big stage. In the finals of Americas, he had like the best series he has had in a while. He was the MVP of the grand finals in Americas as the IGL, the guy that people don't talk about when they're talking about individual form for this squad.
Yeah, and I also want to talk about the coaching staff behind both of these teams as well. We've credited Potter a lot, you know, the in-game pauses, the way that she's been able to add the impact she has on the team. But on the other side, Mimi, I think is a similar story too.
The players have so much respect for Fraud, and his journey to make it to Loud is insane. From only speaking Spanish to immersing himself in Brazilian culture, learning Portuguese to take the job to help this team and bring his veteran experience to Loud, I think has continued to level up a squad that was already at championship caliber.
Yeah, I love as well whenever these two coaches step on the stage, Potter versus Fraud. I mean, both legends in the same scene, which is so much fun because I think they respect each other as well, right? And I love that you mentioned Fraud on the side of the Brazilians, like being able to actually get from there from the North American legend that he is to then play in Brazil with this team is crazy because they have such history as well. So it's what a battle it is.
I mean, let's hear more from the players of Loud themselves and check this out, everyone.
Eu acho que a performance que a gente teve no VCT Américas foi uma performance muito boa, olhando pelo lado das coisas que aconteceram, porque quando a gente chegou aqui nos Estados Unidos a gente teve muitos problemas, a gente teve uns altos e baixos também, alguns dias ruins de treino, coisas assim, e mesmo assim a gente conseguiu se recompor, arrumar o que estava dando errado e acabou conseguindo ganhar no final.
Foi uma liderança difícil porque pela primeira vez eu me encontro jogando com jogadores muito jovens e faz que algumas coisas sejam muito fáceis e outras coisas sejam mais difíceis.
Para mim tem sido uma jornada muito boa, porque eu tô jogando com pessoas muito experientes, então eles têm me ensinado bastante e ao longo desse VCT no Américas eu aprendi muita coisa e convivendo com eles eu consegui ter uma rotina muito boa.
Eu acho que quando estava Assassio Pancada, a gente tinha profissionais mais experientes, né? Então tínhamos era muito mais fácil a gente lidar com o time porque todo mundo tinha muita experiência prévia. E agora eu me encontrei um pouquinho mais sozinho, em um sentido, mas ao mesmo tempo foi muito emocionante porque eu contei com uma comissão técnica muito mais adulta e experiente e eu contei também com o Les, que o Les também chegou a ser uma força muito grande nesse time como segundo líder, então são experiências totalmente diferentes.
Cara, com certeza sem o Sodak eu não estaria nessa posição, por conta que no passado ele já jogou nessa posição que eu jogo, que é jogando mais de Sky, jogando mais com boneco de mais de iniciador. Então ele já sabe muito de como jogar nessa posição, então ele me ensinou bastante coisa sobre isso. E tudo que eu tenho aprendido, não tudo, né, mas bastante coisa que eu tenho aprendido foi por conta dele, sabe? Então é isso, eu agradeço muito ele.
Eu acho que uma das coisas que eu posso dar créditos pra mim do que eu tô fazendo tá dando certo é o fato que eu tô literalmente jogando o jogo o tempo todo, todos os dias eu treino, saio do treino, vou jogar, antes do treino eu jogo também, então o tempo todo eu tô praticando e tentando melhorar, saber coisas novas que eu posso fazer, tentar mudar o meu estilo de jogo para certos times e tá sempre variando nas coisas para tá sempre surpreendendo o time inimigo.
Eu acho que isso é uma declaração muito forte falar que eu sou o melhor IGL, porque muito trabalho em time, realmente. Eu tomo as decisões, mas eu não tomo as decisões sozinho. Pode ser que minha palavra seja final, mas eu tenho muitas pessoas que me ajudam por trás. E também se não fosse pelo talento dos meninos, eu não estaria onde estou. Então, realmente falar isso eu não acho verdadeiro. E também tem muita coisa por aprender ainda, então é isso. Eu sinto que a rivalidade que a gente tem contra a Energy quizás um pouco mais grande, porque eu sinto que os nossos times são muito parecidos. Tiveram a mesma mudança de jogadores, a mesma quantidade de jogadores, e a gente chegou na final, jogamos na final, foi o único time que nos ganhou na fase regular, então eu sinto que é uma rivalidade muito forte. Pode ser que se esteja formando uma nova contra a Fnatic, mas o tempo vai falar, né? Vamos ver.
Cara, eles são um time muito bom, obviamente gostinho de vingança sempre tem, pra gente querer ganhar deles, porque a nossa derrota foi algo um pouco triste pra gente, né, então a gente quer vencer deles, mas não é algo assim que a gente tá focando no campeonato do Master Tokyo, que a gente quer vencer eles porque eles ganharam da gente numa final, sabe? A gente tá levando isso como se fosse mais um jogo, se for pra vencer a gente vai vencer, se for pra perder a gente vai perder, sabe? Então a gente só vai jogar, acho que é isso.
It's so cool to see the relationship between all of them continue to grow. Sadak actually looks like the father now. He continues to talk about the experience with the young players. It's so fun.
It is very fun. Do you know what else is fun? This announcement I'm about to make. There is a bit of news that we got to talk about. Team Deathmatch is coming to Valorant. Check this out, everyone.
Sure, it was heroic sacrificing myself for the team like that. But does that make me a hero? Maybe. Who can really say?
Yeah, for sure, man. So where is this legendary Max bot?
What's left of him is right over there. Nice catch, mate. He's a good little min-bot now. Do you like that?
Yeah, I get it.
Oh, come on, Gecko.
Hilarious.
games begin.
Yo, it's filthy in it. KJ, Raze, what happened to your robo cleaner?
What? That's not important. Get to the bottle room. Now.
Yeah, I'm on my way. Damn, you couldn't even wait for me.
This should be fun. Greetings, agents. I am MaxBot. Remember, I am the effect, not a cause.
It seemed like a meteorite. Flame on my hand and I keep it alive. Pass me the torch and I'm here to ignite. Believe in myself, I ain't leaving this fight.
You had your fun. Now it's my turn.
You can't take what I got. And I ain't gonna stop.
It's all you, little homie! Here comes the party!
Shall we go again?
Oh, I can't wait for that. But first, we got to see if our group stage teams can take on the teams in the playoff stage. The knockout stage on Master Tokyo starts right now.
グループステージが幕を閉じ、新たな4チームが戦いの舞台に上がる。
I think it's gonna be easy to beat the RX again. We just play like ranked. Remember?
常識を覆すチーム、ペーパーレックス。その混沌としたアプローチの中心には、互いへの信頼という強い柱が立つ。
Okay, that's it, guys.
勝ち進むチームには、再戦のチャンスが待ち受ける。今では VCT の頂点に立つ者も最初は目立たぬ存在だった。
Eu comecei a competir no Valorant na Argentina. Eu sabia que estava o que eu precisava para chegar a torneio internacional e conseguir ganhar. Então, o destino, a vida me guiou para o Brasil.
ラウド、IGL サダーキーのリーダーシップがルーキーたちをチャンピオンへと育て上げた。
Eu quero ver que os meninos crezcan, eu quero ver que eles den tudo de si.
I wonder how many tournaments I have left in me.
ボースター、リーダーらしからぬリーダー。朗らかな言動の下には VCT の厳しい試練で鍛えられた王者の不屈の魂が潜んでいる。今、再び栄光の頂に登らんと彼らは挑む。だが、どうすることもできない試練もある。
After winning the Masters Berlin, a lot of things changed. It was really tough. I don't want to let this opportunity slip away.
チームリキッドは周囲の疑念にも屈することなく結束し、高みを目指す。VCT の精鋭、チャンピオンでありながら次のレベルを追い求める者たち。
It's time to prove that it wasn't just a random thing. It's time to prove that we are ready to win.
If I go here, destroy everyone. 接嫁到世界之巅。
高みを追い求める心が全てを突き動かす。プレイオフの幕が上がる。
We'll start Loud. You are the higher seed. Would you like Team A or Team B?
Team B.
Okay. So EG, we'll start with your first ban.
Okay, we'll ban Vying.
Okay. And Loud, your first ban.
Pearl.
Okay. EG, map number 1.
We'll pick Fracture.
Okay. Side on Fracture.
Defense.
And map number 2.
We pick Ascent.
Okay. Side on Ascent.
Defense.
We're going to go to the next set of bans starting with EG. You have Haven, Lotus, and Split.
We'll ban Haven.
Okay. Your ban, you have Lotus and Split.
We ban Split.
Ban Split. Map number 3 will be Lotus. EG side on Lotus.
Defense.
Okay. I'm going to run through this really quick, make sure we're all good to go. First set of bans, we have Bind and Pearl. Map number 1 is Fracture with Loud on defense. Map number 2 is Ascent with EG on defense. Next set of bans are Haven and Split. Map number 3 will be Lotus with EG on defense. Sounds good? Okay. Go to both of you.
Evil geniuses. Loud.
A familiar matchup to kickstart the playoff stage. The stakes are so much higher. EG, they made it here in immaculate form, but Mimi in the past, it was always Loud that stopped them.
Twice now, it's been a 2-1 victory over EG for Loud. But EG right now look unstoppable. 4-0 in maps to make it out of the group stage. A miracle to make it to Tokyo, and they just keep going. The question is, now in playoffs, can they reverse history against Loud and continue their run?
Yeah, and now they've had 2 chances to really work at preparing. I'm not going to say they have like a mental block against Loud with only 2 of those series so far, but one thing I'm looking at is in that map veto, it felt like EG, when you're looking at Boostio and Potter's composure throughout that, it felt like they pushed Loud to a map pool. We knew what was going to happen in the first 2, but Lotus is the final one. Loud has only played twice and only once in the regular season.
Yeah, it's going to be something new if we get all the way there, but where we're starting is familiar for both these teams. It's the exact same 2 maps to start that these squads played on last time. Fracture, that's when Loud debuted that new comp, took EG by surprise, beat them on one of their best, but then EG turned it around and became one of only 3 teams in history to take down Loud on Ascent.
I mean, this is the thing that we are going to head to Fracture first, and ahead of the Prime Gaming Agent select, as you guys have both said, Loud, they've redefined the meta, they bring out something new for playoff stage. Bala, do they bring out something new for Masters Tokyo? Are you anticipating that?
I think for Fracture, no. I think for Fracture, I'm anticipating them going to what was very, very new for them already in playoffs in Americas, which is that neon, Aspas neon type of thing. It's really interesting to me for the rest of this, though. The Fracture and Ascent picks, I think, could be flipped either which way, because EG has already shown prowess on that map in this tournament. They beat DRX on that map, and then as well Ascent, Loud are just consistently so good. Even though they lost it the last time, that could flip either way.
It really could. And in a matchup that I think could very much be defined between Aspas and Demon One, 2 of the absolute stars from Americas. On map 1, we're going to start off likely with Demon One on Brimstone, and with Aspas actually playing the Neon, one of the few maps where he's not locking in that jet.
Well, here it is, the Prime Gaming Agent select, and you hit the nail on the head there, Bala.
Yeah, it's exactly the same sort of thing. Omen Viper, which is very odd. It's kind of like a mix of the Gen G comp that was running in Pacific and the Na'Vi sort of stuff that we didn't really get to see much this tournament, but then the Neon too, which Aspas played it so well in his first showing on it.
I think starting on this attack side for EG, where normally they're excellent, 65% win rate here, they really need to watch out for Loud's flood retakes. With this comp, they're really good at popping up that Neon wall, double flashing out, and being super effective at flooding these sites. EG really struggled to shut that down last time these squads played.
I think knowing what is coming, knowing the preparation for both sides, it's going to be really interesting to see that battle. You mentioned, Sue, Potter versus Fraud. The prep matters so much in this engagement.
Yeah, and this is the thing, Loud, they're coming into this tournament, into EG's playground. They've not dropped a single map just yet. And I want to send this over to your casters, Pansy and Hypok, and think if EG can pull off another miracle.
Well, miracles may be happening, but we're yet to see. Loud are a nasty opponent to start against. And Mike, this is one of the matchups I have been genuinely so excited about here. But what's got your attention now? What's got you ready for this?
I mean, this honestly is the test of some of the things we were talking about with EG. Obviously, the uptrend in form, sure, but to go against a familiar opponent now in the form of Loud, who we know are terrifying, this is the real test of their confidence, right? It's the test of this form that we're currently seeing here in Tokyo.
And that's the big thing for me as well. The desk kind of saying, maybe it's not a change-up of that form so much from EG, but I got to say, taking Lotus against Foot, the way they've been playing has been monstrous. I got to disagree with the desk there. I think we're seeing an evolution of EG.
For sure, yeah, but Loud coming in with the benefit of a couple of days to watch some games.
Oh.
I've got my on fracture here is where EG ran away with the Protocols game. This utility synergy, constantly catching DRX off guard. Do they get away with the same thing here versus Loud?
That's the question, Demon. One already dealt with. Aspas, perfect start from him. Busio, no opportunity to really trade much off that. It's already cut down in numbers. You're looking for some sort of flex back in from Dish. The timing's great for Busio there, and they need to flood out now. Need to get that pressure building from Dish. They try and get to the site. The underhand flash was pretty good from Sadak, but they should still be able to get the plant here.
Will do. Sadak not spotted on the boombot, though. Jorgamo does have a deep position towards spawn, but less there. Gardner, Jorgamo.
No idea.
Yeah, no idea because of the boombot.
You're absolutely right there. That's a little devastating for them. Sadak can be grinning it. Yeah, what a shot! Com needs more though. Dark goes out by a couple of seconds. Let's get to challenge. Ethan overwhelms. And now it's just Tui's. That young gun made a name for himself on this map not too long ago. But can he find these final two? Low HP, yes, but the time is already ticking. Com, heroic performance from the site there as well. Kept them in that round.
Beautiful recovery from EG to stabilize here. After losing D1, probably the most pivotal member of this composition in terms of going for a set execute here on the pistol. Fantastic stuff from Com to flip this back in their favor. And the fault line sets him up for success.
And statistically, we have to know how many of these pistols EG are winning, how many bonuses they've been converting throughout that group stage play. Now, we have to once again highlight, Loud are just a different team altogether. Obviously, those to the international scene may look towards that Brazil result, but you have to remark and note that regular season run coming into this. They were near on infallible the way they were playing. Absolutely monstrous. So I wonder if EG has that same sort of freedom here. We see very light investments, less just a little sheriff frenzy with Aspas. We'll see if EG can keep this clean, keep methodical, go through that protocol list.
Sadak actually isolated here with Aspas tucked in behind. Paranoia sent through, but no follow-up just yet.
Surprising, no one tried to shut down that. That felt like a really good chance, but it's less to find Boostio. So first bit of chip damage done, successful for Loud here. Any more to come from it?
Slight upgrade. Les did get tagged up down to 30 HP, but Bulldog in hand. ZG looking to navigate their way towards A site. Loud have the reading on the timing, yeah, especially with a lot of freedom to Les. Is he going to take the rope? He's actually getting behind them.
Yeah, but the timing, they actually might be a little bit deeper towards A main, but again, he will have an opportunity to this. They are going to take a couple of seconds to get that utility down. Close smokes towards the A site. Yes, you're going to have one put back by Tui's, but that's fine. The flank may have lost a little bit of its punch to it because they're still going to be in the post plant. They've all opted to basically sit on site, excluding one. That's Demon 1 here. Stunned up, tries to fall away, find a safe position. Loud and knocking at the door now. Stunned to follow. He's in danger, needs some help. Ethan can't do it. Aspas is there. Loud's trying to get dangerous here. Demon 1! Shot to the heart! This guy is monstrous! That That got so dangerous, Mike. Like, let's talk about what that was.
So well handled. Even with the second stun coming through from Aspas, Demon One has to retuck into the corner.
How is he not dead here?
That's ridiculous.
Especially after Ethan falls, right? Like, I thought that was the green light.
It's actually a crucial flash to come through from Ethan to stop Loud from following up on the fault line. Initially, that's when you expect Demon One to fall. So well handled.
More progress-wise as well. Comms pretty close by to his. I mean, Demon One not a million miles away. Aspas very close by. Now into the bonus, we have seen statistically EG doing very well here. This one, not going to have as much punch to it. So I wonder if there's a plan in mind that they can maybe hit here. But Loud, let's have a little look as to what they're doing as well.
I mean, Boostio on the Sheriff, they obtained the Hunter's Fury as well, and 3 rifles to work with here, though. So it's not as if they're bringing a couple of SMGs in, Lauren. This is an opportunity to potentially stack up. Especially if they lean towards B, where Loud only have 2 players positioned right now. If they play the trades, this is the best possible situation for a bonus.
Yep. Sadak, though. Probably the first one to really feel that contact coming through. Does have less by his side. 3-play stack over towards 8. Will take a second or two to come into any sort of effective range. And tower controls there. So, speaking of the ult, noted it earlier, Com's going to send it, and it's actually Boostio to find Sadak. Okay, Jogbo on the site, light work towards less, and Mike, this is gorgeous to watch.
Like I said, they actually identify the site where there's 2 positioned. Aspas and County need to find something here, but Boostio stands his ground.
Okay, surely not. No more. What? This is genuinely a treat to watch. These bonus conversions, this gets a full buy from Loud. Note that. This isn't just an eco. This is nothing like the sword. They got 5 standing. They got upgrades galore, and Tuis is on 24 HP. He's dead. EG. There's the Prime Gaming Flawless, and that is a call to attention for Loud. They got to wake up.
This is so beautifully set up as well. The Nano Swarm, the Paint Shell, the Aftershock, and then the Hunter's Fury on top of that, posted behind it. EG don't even need to take contact towards Arcade here. The utility combination forces Loud a little deeper. See here, Sadak just has nowhere to go.
That is a brutal take towards tower. Wow.
What a huge tool to have at their disposal in the
How are you meant to be comfortable in tower ever?
It's... Again, this is invested from so deep as well. Loud can't aggress onto this.
And it's a very short list of those who've pressured Loud, who's taken maps against Loud, and EG are one of those teams here. Very exclusive list. Some of the best that we've seen throughout Valorant thus far, but converting it into a win is a different thing altogether. This is map 1.
Incompatible
EG have done statistically what we've been discussing them being exceptionally good at so far. Now, can Loud get a little dangerous? Yes, they can. That's a rifle recovered and a player isolated, and they've read this correctly. Expecting that flex from the other side of the map now, over towards 8. Smoke does go in, but EG looking to disrespect that. They're straight on through.
Aspas does pop the ult, though.
He's a scary man.
There's no second layer to this right now. It's just Aspas on site. He goes 1 for 1. Ethan will find it.
Surprised no one tried to back him up a little bit, maybe put their life on the line to try and facilitate something. But speaking of that, life on the line, Com, just a perfect positioning here to make them so uncomfortable. Yes, there's still 3 alive for Loud, but Com's position is maintaining so much area of this map. Ethan, gonna find it hard to back away from this now, so could get isolated.
He's only just gone and recovered the rifle. 2 Sheriffs in his teammates' hands. Stun comes through. Able to cut line of sight here from Cow and Zine.
Ward extraction করবে আরেকটা কেয়ার নিতে
Loud maybe just going to look for a couple of exits here.
Yep, Ethan's going to deny count.
INTL2
Tuis and less. How much more damage can you get? 2 more potential victims.
Ward
Com's just going to play the timing, doesn't need to overdo this. And it should be hard for Les to really connect something clean here. Yeah, okay. EG. Navigating the threats in that round, but Loud getting a little bit more dangerous here, round by round. That's much closer.
If w.trim.length is equal greater than 0, then screen W.
Some of these key ultimates. Demon 1 2 away from the orbital strike, 1 off the lockdown from Boostio. A rolling thunder at their disposal. Loud need to answer back early on in this half.
Yeah, I think if this one gets completely taken away from them, I'm wondering when that timeout hits.
Again, round 3, they played it very passively. As soon as they got rifles on the board, it was a lot of space conceded to the said that the investment of utility in the ultimate was so deep. There's no answer back in for Loud there.
Hearing enough steps, that paranoia is going to send most of EG scrambling. Let's try to buy some time. He's got to his...
int count equals to 0, int length L2 is equal to w dot length for I equals to 0, I1 equals to 0, I1 equals to int I1 equals to 0, I less than
Gone now the night is come, but sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June.
Carol
It's just a game is a phrase that has frustrated.
Car ওই আমি প্রোগ্রাম লিখলাম ফাইনালি বিশাল ভাই এটা প্রোগ্রাম লিখতে জিন্দাগি বেরিয়ে যাবে roses are red string দিচ্ছি roses are red comma sky is blue comma I will fuck you
They have no idea how heartless I am.
ওই এক মিনিট কিছু খারাপ হয়ে গেছে আরে ভাই এত কাঁচরা হয়ে গেল কি হলো এটা Valorant on দেখাচ্ছে ওই শুন একটা কাউকে খুশি তো যে উনি দিতে পারবে উনি ভাই কত ভালো লাগে দেখতে চালাতে উনি যদি আসে আর তোর কাছে ভিপি থাকে দিবি কি উনি তো শুধু ফ্যান্টাম আছে ভ্যান্ডাল নাই ওটাই উনি ভ্যান্ডাল নাই উনি ভ্যান্ডাল আরে আছে একই সাউন্ড না দুটারই
Careful of the edges. Not sure if I could catch you in time if you fell off. I mean, I'd try, of course. Help a girl out, would you? Cheers, mate.
ডিলিট কর ভাই ওগুলা ফালতু আওয়াজ হ্যালো তোকে কি ভালো লাগে ফ্যান্টম না ভ্যান্ডাল হ্যালো আরে ফ্যান্টম না ভ্যান্ডাল
Last player standing. There. Spike down B.
এটা কাজ পুশ তো যে উনি দিতে পারবে উনি ভাই কত ভালো লাগে দেখতে চালাতে
One enemy remaining.
1v1 LOL I will
Their jet is playing hard to get.
উনি তো শুধু ফ্যান্টম আছে ভ্যান্ডাল লাইন লাগিয়ে আসছি আমি
কি আসছে
হ্যালো
হ্যাঁ হ্যালো ঈশান শুনতে যাচ্ছিস
হ্যাঁ বল
হলো প্রোগ্রামটা
হলো না রে
ছেড়ে দে
তাড়াতাড়ি এখন মাথা খাটানো
My old friend.
ও এটা কোন শেরিফ রে? এটা কোন শেরিফ?
আমি তো আমি বলছি হ্যাঁ মার 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 ফ্ল্যাশ মার
এটা কোন শেরিফ? হ্যাঁ হ্যালো হ্যালো
হ্যাঁ
এটা কোন শেরিফ?
আমি বলছি তো ভ্যালেন্ট খেলছি वेट देख रहा हूँ मैं रुक रुक
बोल ना এটা কোন শেরিফ?
देखियो কোনটা কোনটা দেখা দেখা
এই যে এটা এই শেরিফ
Arcane Sarif bro legendary Sarif only one in market
একটা তো হয়ে গেল প্রোগ্রাম আর accept string from the user and print all the words start and end with
रुको गाइस मुझे चेंज करने दो थोड़ा डिस्प्ले
माथा खराब ओ greater than greater than equals to then এই बात नहीं
but alas they are dead
डेड नो मैं देखना शुरू करूंगा सोच के
We're gonna win.
ट्राई
Let's go.
नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम है इसलिए लग रहा है
वहां का रेड
अरे स्ट्रीम चल रहा है गाइस ब्रो स्ट्रीम चल रहा है मत बोल रोजे चल रही है स्काईज आर ब्लू फ्री का मिल रहा है तो ले लो सोच रहा हूँ भाई खरीदूंगा वो 0 नाइफ बट यूपीआई की चला गया तो सोच रहा हूँ रिवील गंदा
Not kidding.
Last player standing. Spike down B.
পুরা আছি ভাই আমি সত্যি কি লিখেছি প্রোগ্রামে লিখেছি এত রাতেই তো আপনি করছে না কেন
अच्छा मारा रे
प्रोग्राम
वैंडल ही खरीदना चाहिए था मैं कंजूसी किया इजी वहाँ पे किल था एस था इजी 1v4 ना 1v4
हेलो 100
कॉम्प्लीमेंट तो व्हाट द फक ब्रो नहीं रहेगा पता है गेम लैग हो रहा है थोड़ा
এটা ইন কেন হচ্ছে না রে এটা হয়ে গেছে প্রোগ্রামে
अरे मेन
Enemy spotted B. Scanning ahead.
Last player standing. One
अल्ट Bro, alt bro, Soba, what the heck, bro?
This place is nice.
তো ভাই উনি ভালো লাগে উনি
हाँ but আমি রিভার কিনতাম না আমি ওনি কিনতাম ওনি চলে গেছিল ভাই কিনতে দিল না বলে রিভারই কিনে নে আমাকে রিভার বাজে লাগতো না
উনি বেশি ভালো
কিন্তু রিভার আমাকে বাজে লাগতো না কিন্তু আমাকে তো প্রাইম বেশি ভালো লাগে রিভার থেকে।
সবথেকে ভালো তো ওনি লাগে।
হ্যাঁ ওনি তো বেস্ট।
Get out of my way.
নাইস।
Heal up, squad.
What you hear?
हाँ एकदम मैं थ्रो किया पता है, पूरा थ्रो किया।
এটা কেমন RGX? হ্যাঁ হ্যালো হ্যালো RGX টা কেমন? RGX
सेरा RGX से वेरिएंट दो वाला भाई। सर्वर तुम लोग ज्वाइन कर सकते हो चाहो या तो डिस्कॉर्ड सर्वर RGX सेरा।
Maybe I'm finding something.
এটা RGX মেগাপাঙ্ক 5 ভালো লাগে।
মেগাপাঙ্ক 3 রে 5 না। ওই আমি গেলাম তাহলে। হ্যাঁ
কোথায় কোথায় গেলি? হ্যাঁ হ্যালো
টিউশন যাবি না?
কোথায়? হ্যাঁ টিউশন যাবো তো।
চল বেরো।
ভ্যালোরেন্ট খেলবি?
খেলছি আমি।
আসছি তাহলে।
তাই আমি ডিসকর্ড থেকে বেরোলাম भाई। डिस्कॉर्ड থেকে বেরোলাম। मेरा लैग हो रहा था डिस्कॉर्ड में, ज़्यादा लैग हो रहा था डिस्कॉर्ड में बैठा था तो।
One less.
अरे वो अभी और एक मैच खेलेंगे। थोड़ा नेटवर्क इशू आ रहा है, थोड़ा नेटवर्क इशू आ रहा है, सबका ही आ रहा लग रहा है।
Last player standing.
सबका ही आ रहा नेटवर्क इशू।
If you see one of my creatures, it's a good thing.
Let me
right?
check whether my stream is going well or not. वेट में आ रहा हूँ 2 मिनट।
Healer.
वहाँ पे इजी एक किल था पता है। हाँ अभी लिया किल। जब डॉगी कर रहा था सोवा पीछे पिक देकर इजीली एक किल निकाल सकता था।
One enemy remaining.
Healing over here.
You were pitiful.
One tap guys, one tap। आज हाथ बैठा हुआ है।
Reloading.
Enemy mid. My ult's ready. Trap destroyed.
हो गया। चैट लिख रहा था तो हो गया। ऐसा ही होता है।
Last player standing.
सबसे गंदा अल्टीमेट तो मुझे ओमेन का लगता है, काम का ही नहीं है, कुछ भी काम का नहीं है। आ गया Bro, hello.
Help a girl out, would you? Cheers, mate. Help a girl out, would ya? Cheers, mate.
Unrated comp না
Get out of my way.
হবে না ঠিক আছে ये सब ये भाई डिस्ट्रैक्शन होते हैं पता है ये सब
Hawk out.
sorry
Blinded. Blinded.
लगा था उसको
Joke's over.
Last player standing.
ये निकाल नहीं सकता सही था पिंग खराब है इसका
Their lives are so meaningless. Might as well give them to me.
चाहिए मुझे पैंटम
Help a girl out, would you?
Need a drop.
Help a girl out, would ya?
थोड़ा चलाऊंगा पैंटम हेलो ईशान माय वॉल्यूम भाई सेंसर ठीक ही है
আরে রে আমার একটা জিনিস ভালো লাগে না আমার কোনো সময় কি পিং ভালো দিবে না কোনো কিছু লাগছে আমার পিং ভালো দিবে না
Spike down A.
10 কোটি টাকার পর রাউটার না
Hawk out. I got this fight.
They will cover.
तो ड्रोन तो
Spike down A.
You will.
Last player standing.
We are strong because we are together. Don't forget.
আমাকে না ইল টাকা দেখছি
बैड लकी बोलती है इसको पता है यहाँ पे जाके डिसमिस खुला देखो ऊपर बैठा है भाई दे मुझे ही दे भाई इस लोग को नहीं लेना
Get out of my way. Reloading.
One enemy remaining. Last round before the switch.
अच्छा हाथ बसे आजा सिनात्रा में एस आई होते हैं एस ही होते हैं ये सिनात्रा एस आई होता है आई थिंक रुक पिक मत ले ओ
Careful here. Careful here.
ग्रीन बॉक्स पे छुपा था ना वो, सोवा को दिखाई कैसे नहीं दिया? अरे भाई पता नहीं चल रहा है भाई गेम में क्या चलता है भाई, मैं गंदा खेलता हूँ, नूब हूँ मैं। वाह, पहले चेक तो कर लेना।
Last player standing.
पहले वो जेट को देखना चाहिए था, डैश का तो आवाज आ गया था। चलो बंदा अच्छा ही चलिए तो फिर।
Switching sides.
Okay, we know the drill. Stick to your roles and we'll crush it. Help a girl out, would ya? Cheers, mate.
Need a drop.
Help a girl out, would you?
सोबलेगन मजा आएगा अभी। इतना पैसा नहीं है मेरे पास भाई, सब कुछ का स्किन खरीद लो। ईशान ओ रिस्टार्ट करने गया बोला तो, इसलिए सोचा इतना शांति कैसे हो गया था, तो बकर बकर करते।
Last player standing.
हेलो हेलो हेलो।
हाँ 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 हेलो।
রে ভালো লাগে না, আমার জীবনে ফিঙ্গার ইমপ্রুভমেন্ট হবে না। ফিঙ্গার যেন খারাপ হয়ে যায়।
Help a girl out, would ya? Cheers, mate.
गलत एंगल था भाई।
আর ভালো লাগে না রে, আমি ক্লাব করে থাকিয়ে দিতাম আমার ভালো।
ए मैं गंदा पिक ले रहा हूँ भाई।
Be faster.
Bye.
Reloading.
Yes, but even high. I'm okay.
Be quiet.
Why over team attacks and 3 more for now.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B. Last player standing.
लग रहा था मुझे, लग रहा था मेरा।
Hello boy. तो नाम ना रिस्टार्ट को राउटर किसी ना राउटर
राउटर ही रिस्टार्ट करता है, नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम था।
I'm no doctor, but I can patch a bullet hole or two. Let me know if you need healing.
Need a drop.
Help a girl out, would you? Get out of my way! Blinded. Not ready yet. Buried.
Here.
Last player standing.
These new friends of ours are not too friendly. Scanning ahead.
এবার জন্য আসে হ্যাঁ হ্যালো
কি রে ও পার্টি কি করনা
One enemy remaining. There. Spike down B. Last player standing.
Stealing sight.
Spike planted.
Stealing sight.
गंदा है
Match point.
Another fight? Clean slate. Let's leave whatever happens in the past.
They are so dead.
Need a drop.
Help a girl out, would ya? Cheers, mate.
लग रहा था उधर से आएगा बट मैं रेडी नहीं था क्योंकि मुझे लग रहा था उधर ही है
Scanning ahead.
Careful here. My own friend.
Last player standing.
55
Attackers win.
Yeah. Idea. Gecko.
আয় রে খেলবি একটা কম আনরেটেড টাইম আছে আয় লাগিয়ে দেবো
হয়ে গেছে খেলবো রে খেলবো কাটবো এটা এসকেলেটর কাটা যায়
আই থিঙ্ক কাটা যায় না
কাটা যাবে না দেখ লিভ ম্যাচ করা যাবে না ততক্ষণ তুই একটা স্পাইক মার স্পাইক
মারছি না স্পাইক আমি বসে আছি
খেলবো রে খেলবো কাটবো এটা এসকেলেটর কাটা যায়
আই থিঙ্ক কাটা যায় না
এটা যাবে না দেখ লিভ ম্যাচ করা যাবে না ততক্ষণ তুই একটা স্পাইক মার স্পাইক
মারছি না স্পাইক আমি বসে আছি मैं थोड़ा जा रहा हूँ मैं थोड़ा उसका हो जाए
হ্যাঁ স্রেফ আমি পড়ে যাচ্ছি বল I love Shrek. কোন থেকে মারছি মাদার পিছন থেকে মারছি Hey, motherfucker, oi. আসুক সামনে আসুক কাকা স্প্যাম করবো স্প্যাম ওই স্প্যাম করবো স্প্যাম স্প্যাম করবো ঠিক আছে সামনে ধর মারবো আমি তো fuck রে fuck I love Shrek-টা বেশি করছে বাপরে অডিয়েন্স পেয়ে গেছে মেরে দিচ্ছে রে মজা মার ওই লাগা রে কি কথাটা শুনেই কেমন লাগছে আছে 100 লাগালাম
हेलो हेलो वो देख रहा हूँ आ रहा है कि नहीं 2 मिनट देख रहा हूँ, आ रहा है तो आ रहा, नहीं तो नहीं। हाँ आ गया। लगा लगा।
টাইম কম আছে, তাড়াতাড়ি শেষ করতে হবে।
Love the devil just keeps growing, but if you hate the devil,
তাড়াতাড়ি লাগ মালাটা কিং, সময় কম আছে। ভাই মানুষ যখন দেখবে আমরা দুজন একই টিমে আছি, তোর 282 লেভেল আছে, আমার 37 লেভেল আছে। হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ কি আছে? বাহ 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 বাহ।
They have no idea how heartless I am.
ওই সে দিলাম 37 লেভেল। একটা কথা বলবো? হ্যালো, আমি সেজ নিয়ে নিলাম ভুলে ভুলে।
Jet, you're very talented. Aim for the neck. Easy kill.
ওই কেউ কি লিখছে রে? I also miss her.
Reloading.
I killed my friend. I also miss her. Chat है।
नाम क्या है बंदर? I kill my
friend.
Reloading.
এদিক দিয়ে যাবো।
दूर की बोल से गाधा।
अच्छा एनिमी।
ड्यू लिक्स ना दे वो हम यहाँ पे ड्यू। अरे मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ स्ट्रीम में।
Spike planted.
सीरियस हो भाई, मजाक बाद में करो। मेरा कॉम्पी बैन है, नहीं तो कॉम्पी खेलता। भाग 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 ऊपर चो बंदा जा व्हाट द फक मूवमेंट मूवमेंट चल स्लो अप दे
One enemy remaining.
line up div AFK I think. High ping player, high ping.
That went well. Alright, same thing this time. Reloading.
দেখ আধা ঘন্টা আছে আমাদের কাছে যা করার করে নিব আধা ঘন্টায় আধা ঘন্টা বলি 32 মিনিট হয়ে যাবে শেষ আনরেডি আধা ঘন্টার মধ্যে শেষ হয়ে যায় 5টা 10 বের হবা
নুক প্লেয়ার है सामने वाला
माफिया तू डाउन कर जी चमिच्चो
सीरियो से पीछे
यहाँ पे हिल दे उसको से हिल दे साहब पूछो अरे हिल दे ओके
चेक के
हाँ
goodbye
Spike planted.
আমাদেরকে কিছু মারতে দে একলাই মেরে দিচ্ছি
अरे मिस हो गया
अबे यार से थोड़ा जल्दी दे देता भाई हिल
वो नया प्लेयर है उसको
आधे घंटे बाद अच्छा ठीक
वो मैंने उसको बोला उसके बाद दिया उसने टीम म्यूट करके रखा
हिट दिलो हम इस साइड सिक्योरिटी खोले सॉरी
None of my stuff has malfunctioned yet. Celebrate that.
সব বি যাচ্ছে ওই বি যাচ্ছে
বিআই তুই তো এই যাচ্ছিস
আমি এই যাচ্ছি
এই সব দিন জানিস এরকম করে আমরা
Gun here.
ए केयरफुल से जो क्या वाला है भाई आई थिंक मिड पिक मत ले और एक
Spike down.
रेस देख यहाँ पे रेस देख पुश मत कर ओनली देख
One enemy remaining. Careful here.
प्रॉब्लम আছে ওই আমাকে গোটা স্কিনটা দে
ओनी उठा ओनी
Planted.
ओनी है
আমার
वो
স্কিনটা দে আমার কাছে
जानी ओनी
Reloading.
মেগা पंक রে
मेगा पंग दूर থেকে ओनी লাগলো
হ্যাঁ আমার কাছে
रिवर है
मेगा पंक फैंट
आई हैव वन ब्लाइंड रेस यहाँ पे सैचल मारता नाम निशा नाम
ওই আমাকে ওই স্কিনটা দে না আচ্ছা দাঁড়া এরপরে ম্যাচ
Okay, I only
দেখতো
have
এটা স্কিন কেমন আছে
7 to
ঠিক আছে
8 grenades
ঠিক আছে
left.
এদিকে
Hopefully that's enough. Need a drop.
আমাকে দে ওটা তুই ওটা আমাকে দে দে
Reloading.
ব্যান্ডেল আছে
Enemy spotted mid. Enemy spotted A. Enemy spotted A.
रुक रेज पिक मत ले मैं दे रहा
Feeling sight.
Get out of my
You
way.
disappointed me.
नाइस वॉल सेज
Enemy spotted A. Reloading. Hi. Reloading. Reloading.
लेफ्ट
Cutting their vision.
পপ আছে রে
থাকতে দে
Reloading.
My ult's ready.
সবরিন
আমাদের বান্দার কাছে আছে অসবে
মেগা বাং তোর কাছে আছে না কি বলে
রিভার
Gun here.
সোবরেন আমাদের বান্দার কাছে আছে
তো এটা আমাকে দে ফ্যান্টমটা আমাকে দে মেগা বাং তুই ভ্যান্ডেল লে বলে রিভার আমি বাই করে দিচ্ছি
না পয়সা আছে পেনাল্টি
তোর
দে
কাছে এটা অ্যাকাউন্টে রিভার আছে না এটা অ্যাকাউন্টে রিভার
এটা মেইন অ্যাকাউন্ট হ্যাঁ এটাতে রিভার আছে
Reloading. Ignite this place.
ওয়াচিং তো জিরোই থাকবে ওই জন্য আমি দেখতেও যাই না ওয়াচিং
Spike down B.
कैसे ब्रो 120
ओए स्किनটা उठा যাই হয়ে
120
কোন রকম স্কিনটা উঠা ওই
पैंटम का स्किल था पैंटम
Phenomenal. We trained.
আরে উল্লু আচ্ছা এটা কাজ কর রিভারই দে রিভার
Need a drop. Thank you.
রেকর্ডিং চলছে হ্যাঁ রেকর্ডিংও চলছে চয়ই হবে ক্লিপও চলে এসছে एस छिड़े था इजी है ना मैं हैक देता हूँ यही मेरा प्रॉब्लम है सेज को मेक पन चाहिए और कुछ नहीं पुश कर मैं ब्लाइंड दे रहा
Feeling sight. Cutting their vision.
मेगा अंकल ही तो बोल रही होगा तू रिवर दी दी रेट
Spike down B.
रे उल्लू
One enemy
ओए
remaining.
मेगा पंख काम कर दी एकदम फैंटम
You're just like
What?
everyone else. Their viper is
दे
funny. Need a drop.
দে আমার কাছে পয়সা নাই ফুল সিল খেল আছে পয়সা কিন্তু চল রেকর্ডিং तो চলছে यस ब्रो আছে
Reloading.
सॉरी
मैं देखा था उसको पहले जाने के लिए बट मैं सोचा चला गया उसे
Wall raised. Enemy spotted mid.
মিড যাস না অপ আছে
Careful.
ओ पाची
ছিল অপ এবার নাই ব্লাইন্ড দে
Spike planted.
Cutting their vision.
One enemy
मेरा
remaining.
पिंग हाई है गारंटी मेरा पिंग हाई है
Enemy spotted A.
Last player standing.
स्मोक देके पुश कर नाइस ऑप उठा ना नाइस रे
हमार किल ছিল ওটা
नाइस शॉट मेरा पिंग हाई है भाई पता नहीं क्यों शॉट बहुत देर से लग रहा है नियॉन को हेड मारा था
This place is nice, but not nice enough.
मेरा अल्ट है ब्रो रेस
Let's win and get out of here.
ओके लीव इट
ओए रिवर दे रिवर
Need a drop. Thank you.
Can I get a drop?
Need a drop.
I have river and he has Poseidon
তোর তো এবার একটা কিল করতেই হবে ভালো করে
কিল পাবি না তুই আমি খেলছি
Get out of my way.
क्लोज आई तो और उठा कवर दीजिए ऑर्ब तो उठा ईशान ऑर्ब तो उठा
কি অফ
और उठी लिया तातरी প্ল্যান্ট হলে আবার চলে যায়
Spike planted.
ওরে তুই অ্যাকশন
রিভাইভটা চলে আসলো একটাকে রিভাইভ দিতে পারবি
Still in sight. My ult ready.
One enemy remaining.
নাইস
Gun here. Gun here.
প্যান্ডাম
ওই ফ্যান্টম
উঠে নিল
আরে আমাকে দে না রে ওই
এই ফেললো নিশান
হ্যাঁ
এই যে এদিকে পিছনের দিকে প্যান্টাম আছে তোর উঠে দিয়েছিলাম আমি
অপার আছে অপার
বিআই নাই বিতে ছেড়ে দে
অপার আছে ভাই মারাত্মক ডেঞ্জারাস অপার আছে
है हिल चाहिए उसको हिल चाहिए रेज सेज
अल्टीमेट
मुझे लगा साइड चला गया छोटा गलती करता हूँ इसलिए मैं गोल्ड पे हूँ मतलब गोल्ड 2 पे बैक ऑफ साइड आ सकते हैं 3 से भी आ सकते हैं देख के चल इंडी
অফ করব চললাম ভালো লাগছে
অফ কর তো ভালো ভাই অফ তো দাও वो 4 সেকেন্ড দে না জেট
নাই
What do you need?
আমাকে এই দেখি বলে রিভার দে ভাই তাড়াতাড়ি
বাই কর রিভার দে বাই কর
চল ভাই আমি এটা লিখি করতে কেন
रिवर ऑपरेटर नाइस
आगे
Still in sight.
ए
Spike planted.
Cutting their vision.
ब्रो व्हाट द फक ऑफ कर रहा है देख क्यों
এখানে নিয়ন
I know what must be done. Reloading.
রাগ বেশি করছে এমন মার
मुझे सेटिंग चेंज करना पड़ेगा होल्ड में थोड़ा दिक्कत हो रहा है हाथ बैठा नहीं कुछ दिन से ही खेल रहा हूँ होल्ड पे
Get out of my way.
गेम लैग कर रहा था
हाँ जानी
Gun here.
আরে রে পিংয়ের জন্য
পিং আমারও হাই আছে 100 ভাই আমার পিং
পিংয়ের জন্য আমি মরে গেলাম রে বাপ
Spike planted.
Need help.
পাগল আছে
They will cover. Careful here.
পারবি তো তোমার টু এক্স
Duck, my ult's ready.
Upper.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
বাহ বাহ প্রো
Last
প্লেয়ার
round in the half.
প্রো প্লেয়ার বলে যা
আরে ওখানে আমাকে ডিস্ট্র্যাক্ট করে দিয়েছিল নিয়নটা জেটটা ওখানে নিয়নটাকে মারতে
বন্ধু রিভার
তোর কাছে পয়সা নাই জানিস ভেস্ট কেনার তবু রিভারে কিনবি আমি এখানে নুকাচ্ছি হ্যাঁ
এগুলো ভাল লাগে না
ভাই
bro run
maybe new player
all effort जा भाई बीजा
ब्रो ब्रिज पहले YouTube पे जाके ना थोड़ा ट्यूटोरियल देख लेना 100 लेवल
एक पूरे मतो मारबे
वो उसका फ्रेंड का अकाउंट पे खेल रहा है तो फिर
he want ace
देख के नहीं लग रहा है क्रॉसहेयर प्लेसमेंट उसका क्रॉसहेयर प्ले अरे कहां पे जा रहा है हां
कोई दिखे तो फ्लॉलेस आगे पर सेकंड
एक मिल गया टाइटल मिल गया पीओवी यू एंड आयरन
The enemy only looks composed.
ब्रो घोस्ट का स्किन है घोस्ट शरीफ कुछ है जेट
আছে ওই দিতে বলতো আমাকে দিতে বল
जेट घोस्ट शरीफ कुछ है
আমাকে দিতে বল
घोस्ट शरीफ कुछ है हाँ देना रिवर्स शरीफ देना चाहिए रिवर्स शरीफ
ओ रिवर दामियों नीचे पड़ना चल बात
कितना का अकाउंट है आई मीन मेरा नहीं जाएगा ब्रिज का जाएगा ब्रिज का पीसी चला जाएगा
down B.
Can't use this yet.
वाओ पीछे
Last player standing.
लूसीफर भाई तीनों बी लॉबी है
ওই এটা কি রে নাইফটা এটা কোন নাইফ
এটা এর আগের ব্যাটল পাসের নাইফটা
কত রে কাউন্টার এটা
বেশি আছে 6-7 হাজারের হবে কেন কি
একবারে চাকরি করে
Together, we will
6-7 হাজারের হবে और एक देना
আমার একটা আইডিয়া
रिवर शरीफ देना और एक
need a drop.
मैं गलत जगह पे था पूरा
ওই স্পাইক
चल
ওদিকে যাবে কেউ
তুই ক্লোজে থাক না আমি দূর থেকে মোরাল সাপোর্ট দেব What is this? Anyone? ক্লোজে থাক ক্লোজ
Adios.
বলছি ক্লোজ শটগান है তোর কাছে पीछे ओ रेस है मुझे लगा कोई है
Gun here.
क्यों किया वॉल सेज
এমনি আর ভেঙে দিচ্ছি
যাবো কাম করে আমরা
যাই ও ভেঙে দিয়েছি
रेस एंट्री चाहिए ब्रो ब्लाइंड फ्लाइंड कुछ नहीं है मेरे पास सेज की করছিস
ওই নেটওয়ার্ক প্রবলেম হয়ে গেছিল
লল
Spike down B.
48 ওই সময় নাই কম
সেজ को जाते चो এবার বাই
30
করব
seconds left.
জেডিএফ কি কেন রে জেডিএফ কি আছে
যেতে বান্দা একটা স্পট করলো যে
10 seconds left.
ভাই কি করছে আমি ওটাই বেচারা ওই সময় নাই রে
ওটা তো দেখছি আমিও
Deep breaths, everyone. Your hearts are pounding.
আমাকে দে প্লিজ শর্ট
বাইরে দাও আমাকে বাইরে দাও বিক্রি কর সব কিছু বিক্রি কর
Need a drop.
আমাদের
ब्रो बाय मी ब्रो ब्रिज बाय मी
Reloading.
এদিকে ওয়াল করতে
Blow something up. Still in sight.
এখানে ক্লোজ यहाँ पे क्लोज है
There. Cutting their vision. There. There.
यहाँ पे चला गया लेफ्ट चला गया
Gun here.
কি করছে রে ভাইপার
ওয়ান ওয়ে লাগিয়েছে কি করছে হিল দে
Healing you. Last player standing.
Spike down B.
কাট
मुझे अभी जाना है भाई काम है मेरा
5 মিনিট আর
surrender I have to go bro surrender
ফ্রেন্ড আমি
I have to go Raise surrender
হে আর 5 মিনিট খেলতে পারবে
Spike dropped.
আমাদের ভাই
I have the spike.
যত রাশ করবো এই রাশ
There. We need to see.
Spike down A.
Out of charges.
अरे बाप रे
Last player standing.
क्या स्पैम कर रहे हो लोग
যত ওডিং নিয়ে যাবো
ब्रो मुझे जाना है ब्रो सरेंडर करना
ভাই সে আর পড়া যাবে না
We doing this or what?
ওই এদিক দিয়ে আসবো এদিক দিয়ে
ए बैठा है भाई 1 वे मत जा
তোর ফাকিং ভাল লাগে না ওই রাশ কর তো রাশ কর সময় নাই রে ওই
Spike down.
3 মিনিট আর ভাই আমি চললাম তাহলে এটা দেখ
Last player standing.
আরে লোলা ডিসমিস করতে কি হলো
আমি হিল নিয়েছিলাম আওয়াজ পড় থেকে পেয়েছি
ডিসমিস করলে এখন বেঁচে যেতে একটা এফ কে আছে এফ কে 2 মিনিট আর मैं তাড়াতাড়ি আমি আর হাই
Need a drop.
जेट ब्रो
वाह भाई तेजर हाथগুলা কত স্যাটিসফাইং লাগে আলটিমেটে
हिलता दे बॉल हिलना है क्या भाई क्या है
Standing.
निशा निकला की भाई एफ के जाচ্ছে भाई जेट के भाई क्या कर रहा है एफ के जा रहा है तो तू पैसा दे के जाना गन खरीद के दे देना
I get out. Like 28 kill for it.
मैं ब्लाइंड है ना तू दिक्कत बना देखा मीट देखी तू दिक्कत है
Oh yeah, monster on the loose.
Last player standing.
अरे हम नेट
Down
चले
B.
नेट चले गए
क्या टाइमिंग है भाई
लास्ट राउंड एक चल এটা রাউন্ড করি
Need a drop.
जेट बाई दे के जाना दे जेट ब्रो गिव मी बाय
ভাল তেজ দিনা इस रे ये तेरा हाथ लग सैटिस्फाइंग
Careful here. Pathetic.
Spike down.
हां
लेफ्ट मार आजा अंदर आजा जेट
ভাই আমি চললাম বাই
আমি বের হচ্ছি বাই भाई मैं ऐसे भी जा रहा हूँ भाई राउंड खेल के मैं इम्पोर्टेंट काम है वन ओपिंग
Spike down B.
ओके गाइस हार गए हम लोग मैच ब्लाइंड नहीं है तेरे पास आराम से
remaining.
Got the spike. Concussing.
प्लेंट हार गया तो अच्छा होगा
10 seconds left.
मैंने पेनल्टी मैंने नहीं तो मैं चला जाता कब भी कॉम्पी बहने नहीं जा सकता
Defenders win.
मैच एमवीपी कौन होगा देख रहा हूँ कॉम्प्लीमेंट छूट गया लॉल मैं अप्लाई किया था भाई रेड गेम्स में ठीक है गाइस थैंक यू फॉर वाचिंग टुडे अप टू दिस असली बोलूँ तो मेरा ट्यूशन है अभी ओके बाय सी यू टुमारो